Deep in Andhra Pradesh sits a complex holding 11 tons of physical gold. The Tirupati Balaji Temple boasts a net worth of over 2.5 lakh crore rupees. That is north of $30 billion, making it the wealthiest religious institution on the planet. This chart shows how Tirupati's net worth compares to the GDP of entire modern nations. The trust managing the temple operates like a Wall Street hedge fund, controlling thousands of acres of land, 12 separate global bank accounts, and billions of dollars invested in blue-chip stocks. Yet, the millions of devotees who travel here share a seemingly impossible belief about the presiding deity, Lord Venkateshwara. Despite sitting on a multi-billion-dollar financial empire, the god is considered hopelessly in debt. Ancient myth states that when Lord Vishnu took the avatar of Venkateshwara, he sought to marry a princess named Padmavati. Because he lived as a humble ascetic, he lacked the funds for a royal wedding. To solve this, he took out a massive cosmic loan from Kubera, the god of wealth, promising to repay the debt by the end of the Kali Yuga, our current era. This ancient narrative drives modern financial behavior. Every single day, thousands of visitors arrive to deposit portions of their salaries, family heirlooms, and life savings into the temple's donation boxes, voluntarily paying off their god's wedding loan. While this myth birthed a sophisticated financial machine, money is a secondary detail for most visitors. The primary draw is a series of physical and structural anomalies happening inside the temple walls that defy standard scientific explanation. Inside the Garbhagriha, or inner sanctum, heavy ventilation keeps the room temperature rigidly fixed at 20 degrees Celsius. Despite the constant cooling, the main stone idol of Lord Venkateshwara radiates heat. Priests must continually wipe down the dark stone as it spontaneously generates actual beads of moisture, as if the statue is actively sweating. In 2019, scientists from IIT Madras studied the stone's properties. Their findings indicated that the idol's rear section exhibits specific radioactive qualities. When exposed to directed light, the stone reacts with unusual wave resonances. Researchers also documented extreme precision in the temple's outer construction. The massive granite blocks fitting the walls together maintain a continuous, uniform gap of exactly 0.2 inches. Engineers achieved this exact tolerance centuries before the invention of laser-guided measuring tools. The mysteries extend below the floorboards. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the Archaeological Survey of India uncovered a network of hidden 10th century tunnels winding directly beneath the main structure. During a 2022 excavation into one of the deeper passages, the ASI team experienced immediate hardware failure. The moment they stepped past a specific threshold, their radio devices emitted sharp static, and high-powered battery flashlights went completely dark. The lead researcher ordered the excavation halted immediately. These physical and architectural anomalies leave a massive gap in our understanding. Observers have to determine whether these occurrences are localized religious miracles or remnants of highly advanced ancient architectural technology we simply no longer know how to use. Directly in front of the sweating idol sits a clay lamp. According to temple records, King Krishnadeva Raya lit this flame over 1,000 years ago, and it has not been extinguished since. The lamp burns without any standard oil and without a cotton wick. This schematic of the inner sanctum illustrates what the Defense Research and Development Organization found when they investigated the flame in 2017. The room is built to create a flawless, self-sustaining thermodynamic loop. The ambient air pressure is directed perfectly to feed oxygen to the flame without ever blowing it out. The fuel is equally engineered. The priests load the lamp with a highly specific paste made from Himalayan herbs and the bark of the devdar tree. Instead of a rapid burn, this biological mixture undergoes a slow, sustained chemical reaction that barely consumes its own mass. Ancient engineering sustains the fire through a precise application of biochemistry and airflow, meticulously maintained by human hands for 10 centuries. Devotion at Tirupati takes a biological form. Thousands of devotees arrive every day to shave their heads completely bare, following the myth of the princess Neela Devi, who sacrificed her own hair to cover a wound on Lord Vishnu's head. This act of sacrifice feeds a highly mechanized industrial operation. Once the hair is collected by hundreds of temple barbers, It is transported to massive processing facilities to be boiled, sterilized, sorted by length, and treated. Because Indian hair is highly prized for its strength and texture, Western hair extension manufacturers buy it in bulk. This biological byproduct generates roughly 20 lakh rupees a month for the temple in pure export revenue. With physical gold, cash, and global export revenue flowing in, the trust requires intense security. The accumulated assets are locked inside a heavily fortified subterranean vault, guarded with the strictness of a central bank. Opening the main door requires 3 distinct fingerprints from 3 separate administrators. The entire system operates as a flawless economic engine. It takes pure, unquantifiable human faith and converts it directly into highly liquid, tightly guarded global assets. In 2020, leaked documents allege that NASA's Project Garuda had conducted geological surveys of the Tirunala Hills. The researchers were reportedly looking for something buried deep within the bedrock. The leaked findings claim that a localized, deeply buried magnetic energy source is slowly expanding beneath the temple. According to the data models attached to the leak, this anomaly is growing at a rate that could trigger a localized magnetic storm by the year 2035. But focusing on apocalyptic internet theories ignores the actual footprint of the temple. The true weight of Tirupati lies in exactly where it aims its massive financial resources right now. A large portion of their budget fuels the Annadan project. Operating out of massive industrial kitchens, the Temple Trust prepares and serves high-quality, free meals to 3 to 4 lakh people every single day of the year. Beyond the kitchens, the Trust funds over 20 large-scale medical hospitals, offering free treatments and surgeries to the poor. They entirely finance over 300 schools and colleges, providing completely free education to thousands of students who would otherwise have no access. The sweating stones and hidden tunnels are only the surface of the Tirupati enigma. This ancient myth about a god in debt has built a self-sustaining billion-dollar engine of human charity.